It's an island cake. Tropical island surrounded by crystal clear blue ocean water, but it's a cake. We're gonna make it. Island cake, over here. So a few years ago, I had never baked a cake, and well, we're moving on to the island. I like these challenging recipes because the more difficult they are, the more I'm learning, and well, I love to learn. So the island cake, it's the trendy cake right now. Probably because everyone's like locked down and they're not able to travel, so they gotta build some fake tropical island cake to get away from it all. I get it, that's why I'm doing it. I was watching a video on how to make it. It seemed entirely possible for me to do so. I'll link it in the description if you wanna watch it. Basically a chocolate cake shaped like an island, and then it's surrounded by jello, which is gonna be the water. I recently made a chocolate cake for my blackout cake. I'm just gonna reuse that recipe, and I'm just gonna breeze right through this because you've seen me make this chocolate cake before. I don't need to do it again, right? Do I? Maybe. Yes, I'm gonna show you really quickly. Saucepan on medium heat. Combine 85 grams of chopped chocolate, 3/4 cup plus 6 tablespoons of milk. Now in a bowl with 3/4 cups cocoa powder, 3 tablespoons boiling hot water. Mix that all together. Once the chocolate has melted, I'm just gonna add a little bit into this cocoa powder. Whisk that together until it gets all stuck in your whisk. And then I'm gonna add the cocoa powder back to this chocolate milk. Whisk it furiously to break up all those stupid clumps. And then take this off the heat. Oops. So let me get my little friend, my big friend. Ooh. 2.5 sticks of butter, 2.5 cups of sugar, and cream it. Oh! So separate 6 eggs, which you should have done before you started. Do it recklessly, but do it right. Beat in the egg yolks one at a time. 3 teaspoons of vanilla, and then this chocolate mixture. In it goes. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, baking soda, salt into 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Add the flour into the chocolate mixture until it's just mixed. Egg whites into another stand mixer bowl. Fold these soft peaks, or whatever the hell these are, into the cake batter. Gently, or do whatever, honestly. 3 cake tins, greased and lined. Distribute the batter evenly between the 3 pans. 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They're going in the oven for 25 minutes. This is what they don't show you in cooking shows. This is the dark side. The mess. The mess is real. Cakes are done. That took like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna let these cakes cool for 15 minutes in the pan before taking it out, and then I let it cool completely. While that cake is cooling, we're gonna move on to the chocolate ganache. That is equal parts chocolate, equal parts heavy cream. So I'm gonna heat up the heavy cream. It's scalding. I'm gonna pour it onto the chocolate. That chocolate has completely melted. Easiest ganache I've ever made. The cakes are back. Flip, and ooh, cake is 9 inches diameter right now. I need it to be 6-inch cake ring. I'm just gonna put this onto the cake and push down. 6 inches in diameter. Put the scraps in the bowl here because we're gonna need the scraps. Just don't drop them on the floor. So yeah, that's scrap overload right now. There's a lot of scraps. It's not a problem. We'll make it work. Cake drum. And get some of that chocolate ganache like that. And first layer cake, I'm gonna put the ugly one because it has some sort of crater there. The ganache on the top. This cake isn't exactly level. And on top, boom, more ganache. And last piece of cake. Yeah, it needs to be more on that side. Yeah, no, you're making it way worse. You're making it way worse. So we're cutting out 2 huge pieces of this cake on either side. Then that's gonna form the island, right? 2 giant craters of cake. Cake evolution, something like that. So I need to make 2 mountains, 1 on each side of this. I'm gonna use the cake scraps and then throw in some of that ganache and then start mixing with your hands, people. So mold this cake into my mountains. There's gonna be a nice height to them, but you know, not like Everest or anything. It's just kind of pretty similar to the island in Castaway. with Wilson. It's not really keeping its shape as well as I thought it would. Ganache into my mountain. Let's really make this thing stick. On the south side of the island, I need to make like a twin peak. So form that into 2 mountains. And now I need to bridge this gap here. Bridge it. How is this holding up? Kind of scary. It's very top heavy, and I feel like if I keep jostling it around, the whole island's just gonna... So it's gonna go in the fridge. So I have to cover the entire island with this ganache. Head to toe. Head to toe. It's a fragile island right now. Piece of the mountain fell off. So there's just crumbs everywhere, and I know that this ganache is really just gonna trap them in there, right? Right? It's a crumb coat. I'm really having a hard time getting the ganache to stick to the mountains. Okay, I don't really like how this is all looking right now. It looks very, it needs to go in the fridge. It just needs to go in the fridge. So why don't I use this? It's a homemade cake turntable. I should have used it all day. I just remembered now. That way I can, I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. With some melted white chocolate, I'm going to start spreading it along the base of this thing. I don't think it really matters. Does it matter? I don't think you really need to worry about how it looks. Just grab it and don't do what I just did. Grab a little, scrape it, and just kind of, you know, it's kind of abstract. I actually don't know what the point of this is, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, I think I've made quite a mess. Okay, with a healthy mix of white food coloring gel and vodka, sparingly, because I don't know what the hell it does in this scenario. I picked up food coloring brushes. They were using brushes in the video, so I thought, well, why not get me some of my own? Let's add a little bit of this white food coloring in with the vodka, and whatever the hell that's doing, I'm sure it's doing it very well. Continuing on what I was doing with the white chocolate, I think I'm just painting even more like detail into this, into my little work. This sucks. Maybe I just used the paste without the vodka. I think I'm not going to use the vodka. I don't know what the vodka does. So let's get a little more detail into this mountain. Make it look like a mountain with the brush strokes and everything. Ooh, this looks nice. Now this most definitely needs to dry. I need to put it in the fridge one more time. So in my bowl, I need to combine 150 grams of gelatin powder. Costs a pretty penny to get this. I had to order this in bulk, in a bowl. 1.5 cups of cold water in with the gelatin. Mix that together. That needs to bloom. 15 minutes or so. Next up, you're gonna need 150 grams of sugar and 600 milliliters of water. It's a boiling. Add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice while it's boiling. Come on, hurry. Stir that in, and then pour the hot water over the gelatin. And stir until you break it all up. Okay, I need the freaking blue color, the blue. 1, 2, 3. Stir it. You can always change it if I don't like it. Ooh, I like it. That looks pretty oceany. I think I went too strong with the blue food coloring. So I bought 2 different blues. I have the royal blue and I have teal. I went with the royal blue. I should have gone with teal. It's too late now, and I'm moving my island to a cleaner plate. Get your cake ring and make sure it's tight. What the fuck's going on right now? It's just I don't have the friggin' pan she's using in the video, so I have to make up my own one. Freaking hell. Okay, I gotta move this back over here. Seal with tape and plastic wrap. Where does the plastic wrap come in? Okay, this video has confused me now. And seal with tape and plastic wrap. So tape. You need to cover this whole thing with the tape. I ran out of tape. There's a gap here. A gap. Oh, I'm leaning on the, I have strips of acetate. I need to oil these up. So tape this acetate. Cling wrap on a tray, and then I got my other tray here with the cake. Okay, I think I'm ready for the gelatin. I do not have any faith in my tape job here. The tape job sucks. Ocean water. How do I do this without making a freaking mess? It's leaking. So what I've done here is not working. So add the cake ring and the acetate first. It's very, very important that the tape surrounds the entire bottom part of this cake ring. If it doesn't, it's just gonna leak and then you're just gonna get pissed off. So make sure that you just focus on this task, as painful as it is. It leaks, leaks. So I ran out of the Gorilla Tape, so all I have left is this cheap stuff, and it is not doing a good job, like even a little bit. But that's all I got, so I gotta make it work. It doesn't work. I really don't know what to do. I can't get the tape to securely wrap around this cake ring, so I've kind of pushed the cling wrap along the edge. I guess I could go to the store and get more tape, but the gelatin's already been mixed. I don't know if it's gonna harden up or what. Okay, let's try it. See what happens. Just leaks, just leaks. How about some tin foil? So angry I can't even talk. I have to figure this out. I'll be back. Instead of using the tape, which sucked, I've completely and thoroughly covered the cake ring in plastic wrap. I don't think the gelatin can get through that. I made half the recipe of gelatin and added it to whatever I had left because, well, you saw how much I wasted, so I needed more of that. And then I went ahead and repainted my cake because it was looking pretty so I very carefully have the cake in my hands. I'm gonna add it onto the cake drum that's already in here. This is gonna be So a little bit at a time, let's pour the gelatin in. It's working, it's working. This is great news. This is really great news. It's still leaking. Just leave it, I'm not touching this. It's leaking, slight leak, but I think we're okay. I'm not gonna do anything more. I'm just gonna leave that. Hopefully it sets. Holy sh**. So I got tea biscuits. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna crush these. I'm not gonna crush those with my hand. I'm gonna add them to a plastic bag instead and beat the shit out of them. Divide it into 3. Green food coloring, I'm gonna add a lot of it and just a little to that one. Different shades of green and on your finger too. I thought that would be easier to mix. Is it gonna mix? It's not turning green. Some water with the green, maybe? This food coloring is not good at mixing into dry cookies. I'm liking that. Glove on, let me take a look. In the video, they make it seem like really easy to mix the... Okay, this seems to be working now. This works much better. Use a glove. Dark green, light green, not green. Aloha. This is the nerve-wracking part. I have absolutely no idea what this looks like at all. I put it in the fridge and just pretended like yesterday didn't happen. It's in there pretty well. It's really on there. The Jell-O is just stuck to the cake ring. Some went on the other side of the acetate. Easy, easy. It is what it is. I can work with it. Do I have black? I need black food coloring. Thought I bought black for my unicorn cake. There it is. That's all the black I have. A duck. So I accidentally spilt some on there. Keep painting stuff on here. I guess this is like the shadow pass or something. I don't know. Brush hairs are falling off too. Okay, water has been covered with plastic wrap. Green crumbs on here. Dark green on top. Is that gonna stick? And light green too, like blend it in there. Make sure like you got the dark green, you got light green, you got yourself a colorful island. I went about 110% with those green crumbs, but I just didn't want an island of rock. Some greenery in there would be nice. I mean, if I was traveling, that's what I would want. So I got two coves, right? Cove here, and I think it'd be nice to put two sandy beaches in each cove. Put a beach in the cove so people can go and have a good time. I don't like the shapes of my beach sand, so I just gotta sift it really quick. Okay, we're back. You want a nice coarse sand, right? A sand that's gonna feel really good between the toes. Time to peel back the plastic. Careful. Just give the water a quick brush, make sure there's no crumbs on it. I just went a bit overboard with the sand on this beach, so let me just fix that. You want it to be a nice secluded private beach, you know, one of those big main attractions. You don't want that on this island. Okay, so with the white paint, I need to just kind of splotting some white against the coastline for that, you know, the waves crashing down against the rocks near with the waves crashing down. Just a little life to the water too, right? And if you don't like what you did, you can try again. How do you make that look good? And finished. I'm not gonna lie about the Jell-O. The Jell-O needs work. It's thick, it's hard to bite through. It doesn't taste like anything. Look at that Jell-O. The cake though, the cake. It's the summer, you wanna visit an island, and just make your own island. Delicious chocolate mountains and thick, flavorless ocean water. It's the island cake. Now, if you want bonus content, live stream hangouts, your name at the end of videos, weekly updates, or if you just want to talk to me one-on-one, suggest a recipe, head over to Patreon. It's linked in the description. It's a way to support the show and you get perks. Perks, perks, perks. I have Instagram. I would love to see you over there at AntiChefJamie. I'll see you soon. Bye.